Alright guys, looks like we're learning Facebook ads.
Alright guys, we're gonna get right into the content today because this is gonna be a super informative video, so make sure you guys pay attention because I'm gonna go over everything: product testing, scaling, how to find the right products, etc. So we're gonna fucking motorcycle pieces of... Alright guys, so first of all I want to cover product testing and scaling, and that's like one of the most important parts of Facebook ads. But we're also going to be covering how to test a product and how to determine if it's a winner or not. There's a lot of moving parts that go into Facebook, and it's very easy to look at videos and get super confused because they just talk about general stuff, right? Like, oh, maybe you should do this, maybe you should... I'm just going to tell you exactly what the working system is, and then you can extrapolate that into your own business and see where you went wrong. If you have any problems at the end of this video, just comment down below. I'll be happy to help you, okay? So let's begin straight up. First of all, with Facebook, the product testing is like a breeze. So you have to understand that Facebook is a super data-driven platform, okay? It works for everybody who uses it right, okay? In the beginning, Facebook requires some money to put into test, okay? The biggest problem that people have is with product testing. With scaling, it's super easy. So let me just talk about product testing real quick, okay? So unfortunately, or you could say fortunately, I'm just telling you right now, product testing requires a few prerequisites before you even start a Facebook ad, okay? So the first thing you want to make sure of when you're testing products is, I would say, your website, okay? People start testing products, people are like, oh, let's just do Facebook ads. And they're like, oh my God, I'm going to do Facebook ads. And then they just start losing money on it, and then they don't understand what's going wrong. So there are plenty of things which you have to look into before you start testing, like a website. Is your website good? Does it look good? Okay, by good I mean it should have high quality images, a well-written description, maybe like 2 or 4 lines, maybe even like 10 lines. You can even write an essay if you want, okay? Number 2 is that do you have the countdown timer, urgency on your, page? Do you have it optimized? And do you have upsells? That's it, okay? On website, I would suggest you guys to have clean images, okay? Upsells and to increase your average order value. And you also want to have reviews if you can add them. And lastly, just these are all for getting their trust, like trust badges. All these things really help a lot in building trust. So just make sure that all these things are fine and a well-written description, okay? Well-written description. If you have these things, you can say your website is pretty much ready to go. So now we're going to be working on the second thing, which is the more important side of the prerequisites. So once you have your website ready, you want to make sure your product is actually worth testing. So before you even go out there and place any ad for the product, you want to go and look at AliExpress. You want to go and look at Instagram. You want to see and make sure that wherever you found this product, it is 100% selling, okay? Don't just randomly grab a product and then just start testing it. You have to make sure that the product is getting orders. You can do this by a few ways. The first way is by testing, searching 50% off in Facebook, okay? Seeing Instagram feed. Instagram feed, you can check like thousands of shout outs going out every single day. And then the last thing I would tell you to do is go on AliExpress and check the order count. And make sure, if you guys don't know how to exactly find those winning products, I have a video. I'm just going to link it right here, right now. Was that a sale? No, it wasn't. Right now. And just go ahead and watch that video to just find out exactly how to find the winning products, okay? And that's going to set you up for that. So your products are done, your website's done. Now, what is the most important thing after this? I'm going to talk about some ETCs. This is never ever talked about, but they do play a big role, okay? First of all, your website domain name shouldn't be too long, okay? I don't want your website to be called Trend Love Feelings Store, Trend Love Black Friday. Make it simple. Make it like 1 word or 2 words, okay? Number 2, have a logo, okay? People with no logos, people are not going to trust you as much. So you need to have a logo on your website that will look much better, okay? Number 3, have good product videos. If you're using videos, which I highly recommend, go the extra mile and find a video for your product, or you can use Animoto right here to make videos, okay? Once you have these things sorted out, you can say your product is good, your website's good, and you're completely ready to convert. This point is when you will start testing Facebook ads. So what you want to do is you want to make 10 ad sets, okay, in Facebook, and they're all going to target super broad interests, okay? So one's going to target engaged shoppers, one's going to target like Netflix, someone's going to target like random anything at all, anything general you want to target if it's a general product. However, if you're going for our niche product, I would suggest targeting engaged shoppers and then niches related to what you're selling. So if it's, say, a necklace, you want to go for, women, whatever age and blah, blah, blah. So you have to assess your ad. You have to assess your product. So assess your product. This means determine, like, go in the customer's head, like, what age is your product range, okay? What kind of people would they buy? It's gonna be more men or female, right? But you have to also understand that you have to understand completely about your product. If you don't know your product at all, you will just completely target the wrong people and it will just not make sales. So you target about 10, okay? You target 10 audiences in your niche, okay? For example, you're in fishing, you're gonna target fishing, you're gonna target fishing brands, fishing pages. There's a lot of stuff you can target just with fishing alone. So, you know, just like that, you're gonna look for different interests for your niche, okay? If it's boxing, you can look up, you know, whatever fights there are online, but mainly you wanna make sure that you are targeting the interest related to what you're selling. So lions is gonna be wildlife, lions page, you get what I mean. That's just a very simple part. Analysis. Oh, whoops, it's 2. Come on, Nick. This is probably the most important part in Facebook ads, and this is where most people just fail, okay? After I do the first part, they just fail completely at analysis, okay? This is super important because, like, you want to know what you're doing wrong in your Facebook ads. You want to know what you're doing wrong when you get the data. So understand this much, and this is a lot of information at once. You probably will have to write this down. But until now, this was just the prerequisites, okay? This was just the prerequisites, what you have to do before you start testing your product. Now, once you have those ads out, you have a good ad, you have good everything going for you. Now, this is the time for analyzing your stuff, okay? So you're gonna do $5 ads. They're all gonna be $5 ads, by the way, okay? $5 a day ads, and they're gonna be optimized for conversion, purchase. All right? Now, analysis. So once you've done this, after, like, I would say once you have launched these ads, I would not even look at them for 2 days. For 2 days, I will not look at them until they spend $10 budget. So if you're doing $10 a day, then you want to wait a day. If you're doing $15 a day, you want to wait like three-fourths of a day. And if you're doing $20, you want to wait like half of a day, all right? So once you've done that, you're going to be getting some data. Basically, what I want you guys to do is that find your break-even point. So this is like the #1 tip I have for you guys. For example, your product is bought for $5 and you sell it for 20, okay? Not 420. If you sell the product for $20, that means your break-even point is 15, okay? That is your profit, yes. So that means you can spend $15 in ads to not lose money on the product. Because if you get one purchase for $15, you're profiting $15. Understood? Your break-even point is just this, okay? Your profit is your break-even point. So you want to look at those ads, and if you spent more than your break-even point and you got no purchase, kill the ad, okay? Because that ad is just not going to convert for you in the long run if it just does not make any sale at all in one day, okay? But if you did get a sale, or if you get multiple sales, what you're going to do at this point, you're going to go scale, okay? Now, this is just a very, very rare, not a rare, but like, it's the most general metric I'm giving you guys, but that's what really matters, okay? People are going to tell you to look at the CPCs, the CPMs, the CTRs, all that good stuff. Yes, those are important too, but the main thing which you can determine all your ads from when you're starting out especially is by conversions. So if you're not getting any conversions at all, you probably want to pause that campaign, okay? You have to make sure though that your first part is completely ready, like your website, your product, everything is right, because otherwise it's just going to be in a hole. Because you might be doing the right targeting and the right everything, but your product might not be good. Your website might look like shitty, okay? So I can't help you if you don't get the website, product, etc. right. First, focus all your time on that before you do anything at all, okay? So let's just see you're making some sales now, because eventually you will, okay? Like, I'm just telling you right now, you will make a sale on an ad set if you test like 10 of these ad sets, okay? So once you test 10 ad sets, if you make no sales, that means your product analysis was trash. Like, you just couldn't find a good product, because a good product would not just make you lose you that much money, okay? A good product would probably get you a couple of sales, if not like 0 sales, okay? So once you have a couple of sales, okay, couple of sales, this is a part where you can start scaling your product. So I'm gonna be having a complete new video on scaling, but it's just a general idea for you guys what you can do for scaling and what I personally do. So there's 2 ways of scaling. First way is vertical scaling, I think that's they call it. I'll just explain it very easily. The first way is raising your budget on the good performing ad set, okay? So that basically means that, let's say your ad set for $5 a day is doing really good. 48 hours later, you're going to double the budget, okay? And then you're going to keep doubling the budget every 48 hours, or just raise by 10%, okay? And the second way, which I love the most, is duplicating your ad set and doubling budget. So what I usually do is whenever I see my ad sets make sales, I will just duplicate it and just, 10x the budget, and then I will see how that goes. And I do this when I'm like $5, I go from $5 to $50, and then 50 I go to $250. But that's because I know what I'm doing at the end. I can start manual bidding and all sorts of stuff like that. If it makes a sale, cool, like you made a sale with $5 ad sets. But like, because if it does make a sale, you could go ahead and start duplicating your ad set with the best budget, okay? Understand one thing though, that you will be still losing money in the beginning for the simple fact that Facebook just requires money to get data. But the thing is, you're not really losing money because you're getting the data out of it. So if you say you spend like $100 and you get no purchases, like really very few purchases, that means you got the data and you understand it's a bad product. Considering everything else is right, it means the product is not really working that well, so you can switch products, right? So you won't have to waste like hours and then days just working on the same product over and over again, because this way you will understand exactly what products are good or bad, okay? So basically what happens at this point is you start making sales in the ad set which you duplicated, and this is a very general, once again, scaling guide. I will have an entire video just on scaling. There's just too much to cover. But what you do at this point, I hope this makes sense, is you start making sales, okay? And then you make different campaigns, okay? For different countries, so like US, Australia, UK. You make all these different countries and you test your ads in there, and you do the same, you repeat the same exact thing for every single country. But yeah, that's really it for this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section below. You might screenshot this on your phone or whatever. It's going to be super useful for you whenever you're running a Facebook app. But that's basically for me. If you guys really enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. We're growing pretty fast all of a sudden. That's amazing. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later, and yeah, peace out.
Building walls to burn them down, cannonballs to watch me drown. You've got me lost in here and now, you've got me gone and lost and found. We only hang in evenings and I don't know what I'm thinking, but I know that I won't think it if I keep up with this thinking. All these dreams and all these plans we shared.